Glimpse, written by Stacey Wallace Benefiel, narrated by Martha Lee. Chapter 1. I stared at the back of Avery Adams' head, imagining what it would feel like to press my face into his wavy brown hair. I longed to experience the exhilaration of running my fingertips over his broad shoulders and down his chest, of standing that close to him, feeling the heat coming off his golden skin. He was 2 people ahead of me in the line to take communion. I tried to focus on the smell of his shampoo. Unfortunately, the 2 people between us were my mom and his dad. With them blocking the way, all I could smell was tea rose perfume and extra-strength drain cleaner. Not a pleasant combination. The line moved forward. The woman behind me, Mrs. Hobby, stepped on the back of my heel, scraping it with the pointy toe of her white patent leather flat. "Ouch!" I said way too loudly. The congregants of my white-bread Lutheran church were not prone to exclamation of any kind. I flushed my usual shade of flame as everyone looked at me, including Avery. Mortified, I wheeled around, facing Mrs. Hobby, accidentally knocking off her massive white Easter hat. I caught it mid-air and jammed it back on her head. "Sorry, I was spacing out," I whispered, like the whole church couldn't hear what I was saying. "Zellie," Mom hissed at me from the front of the church. Here we go, our turn at bat." I ran up to the altar and knelt down, bowing my head, touching my chin to my chest. Someone in the back of the church snorted a laugh. It sounded like Claire. A giggle shimmied up my throat. Claire was my best friend, and a frequent witness to my extreme dorkiness. She could also make me get the giggles at the most inappropriate moments. I raised my head and took the communion wafer that my dad, Pastor Paul, offered, clamping my mouth shut before the giggles could escape and embarrass me even further. I glanced down at the altar, wishing that the elder would hurry up with my tiny plastic cup of wine. I always seemed to get the communion wafer stuck to the roof of my mouth, and then had to engage in some major tonguing in order to get it loose. Avery leaned forward, taking his wafer from my dad. He swallowed it in one smooth gulp and then gave me a confused grin. "Oh, God."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?